The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. What a blessing it is to always share with you and to be blessed by you. Y'all are such gifts to all of us. I salute you and praise God for you. Listen, our main man, Israel Houghton, has a song entitled, You Are Good. I love this song because really, think about it. Life can go bad, but God is still good. Think about it. Life can be unfair, but God is still good. And y'all, I dropped this in your spirits today because as you deal with all this going on, we hear every day something negative in the news, something negative in our notifications that lets us know that this country, this world is in a bad place and things ain't going the way that they need to be going politically. We find policies that are in a real sense trying to erase us and erase our history. But here's the good news. God is still good. In the midst of the bad news, we've got good news that God is good, and God's goodness does something for me. On the one hand, God's goodness lets me know that the bad I am in is not the end. I got to do that one more time. The bad I may be in, is not the end, E-N-D. Why? Because God is still moving. God is still up to something. Check this, Rickey. Here's what blessed me. The other day, my flight was real delayed. I get in late to DFW, and as I'm riding home, watch this, there are workers in the night who are working, doing construction in the night on the road. Watch this. In the night, it's dark. In the night, things are not looking too good. But guess what happens in the night? It's inconvenience. But here are workers in the dark making the road ready for what we're going to drive on in the daytime. And y'all, all I could think about was God works in the dark. God works at night. God works the night shift. And when God works the night shift, it lets you know that God's goodness is working even in the darkness, setting the stage for what's about to come in the morning. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning because God is good. And that's the word I give to everyone right now. God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. I think Rickey Smiley says that every single morning. And so here's what you do. I know it's dark right now, but God's goodness is working even in the dark, getting you ready for what God is going to show you in the light of the goodness of the day that is to come, where you'll be able to say all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to God's purpose. You'll be able to say to your haters, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good, because God is good. Y'all have a blessed one.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Rickey. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, it's about that time for the front page. Alfreda's, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. It's Friday, May 23rd. Here's what's going on in the news. Memorial Day travel is about to be next level. AAA says 45 million people are expected to travel over the holiday, breaking a record set nearly 20 years ago. Over 39 million will hit the road and more than 3.5 million will fly. So airports, highways, gas stations are all about to be packed. There is some good news, though. If you're driving, gas is less expensive across the country. Now, if you're trying to stay awake for that Memorial Day drive or flight, maybe skip the energy drinks. A new study shows taurine, the ingredient in most energy drinks, might actually help leukemia cells grow and spread. Taurine is also in protein powders and some meats, but that extra boost from those drinks could be doing more harm than good. And with the holiday weekend kicking off and summer vibes in full swing, protecting your skin is key. But a new report says only 1 in 5 sunscreens actually works. The report calls out misleading marketing, old formulas, and sketchy ingredients, especially in sprays. Lots of people of color wonder if we even need sunscreen because darker skin does offer more natural UV defense, but skin cancer still happens and can be deadly if caught late. So the takeaway is this. Enjoy the sun this weekend, y'all. Just don't burn. Use sunscreen that actually works and maybe skip the sunscreen spray. For info on these stories and more, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one thing to talk about today because it's going crazily viral on the internet. Beef alert between two former NFL players, quarterback Robert Griffin III, a.k.a. RG3, and former defensive back Ryan Clark. RG3 criticized an opinions on between Angel Reese, saying that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark as a basketball opponent, not as a person, just on the court. Ryan Clark dismisses RG3's criticism of Angel Reese for the reason you're about to hear, and then RG3 replies back to Ryan. So I hope I set that up properly. Here it is.
A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women.
But what you don't do is turn around and personally attack me and my family just because you don't agree with a sports opinion that is purely based off the sport. I didn't make it personal. But what that really shows is just how low of a person Ryan Clark is.
Oh, God.
So Ryan Clark's pretty much telling RG3 you can't really speak on behalf of a black woman because you married to a white woman.
You know, I take that personal. I hate when somebody says, because you're married to somebody white, you're not black.
Speak on it.
I walk into the store by myself, I'm black. I walk into the store with my white husband, guess what? I'm still black. My daddy was black. My mom was black. You know what I mean? It doesn't take your blackness away because you're married to somebody white. My kids, guess what they are? They're black.
So you don't think, so what Ryan says about RG3, you really can't speak to this because both of your marriages have been with white women.
Yeah, I can't speak for him, but just because you are married to someone of another color does not take away your blackness.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
All right, we can talk about it on
I got a white girl. She got an open face gold tooth and got her hair cut in a bob.
Oh, shut up, man.
And then yesterday she had some box braids. The police treated her like she wasn't white. I don't appreciate nothing. Man, go. I don't even want to talk about it.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Brat got the hot spot coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Don't worry about it.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the B.O.T.S.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Attention, all Boyz II fans. The legendary group has announced that they have a biopic and documentary in the works. Nathan Morris, Sean Stockman, and Wanye Morris will all serve as executive producers of the projects. During an appearance on Entertainment Tonight, when asked what we can expect to see, this is what they said.
I would just say the real. It's going to be real. There's not really much information out there about Boyz II Men. Everything you've seen, that's not important. It's what you haven't seen. Really a chance for us to just tell our story, individually and as a group.
A lot of people know us for the persona that we exuded, which is part of us. We're studious kids.
Yes, clean-cut kids from Philly.
But make no mistake, we're from Philly.
Oh.
And we are from the ghettos of Philly.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, the biopic will focus on Boyz II Men's 30-year career, highlighting both their successes and their challenges. A separate documentary will dive into the group's rise to fame, their impact on music, and their continued influence. Both projects are in production, but the release dates have not yet been announced, so congratulations to them. All right.
Some people work things out and so
don't know how to change. Come on. Okay. Let's not wait till the water runs dry.
Oh my God, that's my song. Didn't they have 4 of them?
Yeah, Michael McCarry.
Baby.
Yeah.
What happened to Michael McCarry?
Did they have 4 of them?
I think something happened to his voice or something.
They put him out or something?
He was the one with the deep voice.
Yeah, but when his voice messed up, he couldn't stay in the group. What he was going to do, just stand there and dance?
Well, Bobby Brown, just stand. And...
No, he sings too.
Oh,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
do that. Don't do that.
Messy.
Moving on, Spelman College just recently celebrated its largest graduating class in history with 694 degree candidates. That is what's up. Taraji P. Henson was awarded an honorary doctorate in fine arts, and she was also the keynote speaker. Her message is being called more than a speech and more like a wake-up call. Take a listen to some of the message she had for black women.
I've had to fight for equity and a seat at the table until I discovered that I am the table. Y'all better stop messing with black women, because once we get up from this much-deserved rest, F around and find out. And eternal blessings to the class of 2025.
Ooh.
Okay.
Say that, girl.
F around and find out.
That was aggressive. What the Christians said about
my
that.
Goodness, Lord have mercy at the college thing.
Boss energy.
Okay. They all screamed though, so they all felt the same way. They just couldn't say it.
Ran off all their potential husbands.
Okay. All right, y'all. We're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. For more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at Brat. Why don't you hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKEY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, man. We got one of the hottest songs in the world right now, ladies and gentlemen. Get your fans, get your cowboy boots out, because we got our boots on the ground. Y'all, please give it up for 803 Fresh.
In the
Good morning, everybody. What's going on?
Man, Big Dog, how you doing, man? Happy to have you.
Doing pretty good, Rick. How you, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Your song Boots on the Ground is blowing up. It is so damn viral, and everybody can't stop playing it and doing this dance, man. Did you expect for it to go like this?
Definitely didn't. That was the last thing from my mind, man. But it's a pleasure for it to be that way.
Come on now.
Absolutely. Where y'all originally from?
I'm from Wagner, South Carolina.
Okay, well, check this out. You got Kamala Harris, Tina Knowles, and Michelle Obama. They was just seen doing the dance. Even Beyonce herself gave you a huge shout-out by playing the song during the Cowboy Carter Tour. How does all this support feel from all these big names?
Man, my heart is just overwhelmed, man, just for names like that to even mention me or the song, period, man. It's a blessing to be in a position.
Absolutely.
I can't even lie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, everybody loves a good line dance. Now, did you set out to make this a song to a line dance too, or did that just happen?
It just happened. The people, they actually chose it, man. Boots on the Ground was definitely not intended to be a line dance song, but usually with Southern Soul, the people, they pick it. And so when the line dancers pick it, you just got to be ready for when they call.
Yep.
Yeah, because this new Southern Soul thing, honey, we playing it on the radio here. I'm like, oh, my God, it's the new rap.
Okay. Everybody buying fans.
Yes,
Southern Soul is feel-good music, man.
Yeah, because in my hometown, Texas, they play it all the time. So, so now you were raised in South Carolina, so how has that influenced your musical style?
Oh, man, with South Carolina, we come from a real strong gospel base. Ricky, I know you know something about that.
Come on now.
We come from a very strong gospel base, very strong blues base down there, man. So really, I was blessed to be in the household of both. You said my mama was real thick on the blues, my dad was real thick on the gospel, so I just merged the two.
Yep, that's how it go down.
And what instruments you play?
I play the drums.
Okay, there you go, Brat.
That's what's up. Me too. Me too. Played in church. That's right. Well, you know what? Typically, when independent artists have a hit song that goes viral, the labels start trying to throw big numbers at you and stuff. So, do you plan to stay independent, or are you gonna sign with a big label? What you think?
My plan is just to go with what God has me to go in.
Come on now.
I definitely don't know what the trajectory of it is.
Okay.
But I'm just going to follow it. I'm just going to pace myself. I'm not really going to jump on anything, you're saying, real fast.
Yep.
I'm just going to be adamant and taking my time. And, whatever he got for me in the future, that's what we're going to go with.
And make sure you stay lawyered up.
Of course.
Yep.
Shouts out to my lawyers.
Come on now.
Hey, can I throw a question in there? Can I throw one in there for you?
What up, boy?
Let me throw one in there for you real quick. So I'm at the mall yesterday, and the song is playing literally in every store I go in. The song is playing. When you are out and you hear the song, do it make you want to tell people, hey, that's me?
No, it just be like, oh, boy, here it go again.
Yeah.
And so I try to find the bathroom as quick as possible.
Yeah. So now, Fresh, so we're looking forward to seeing you on the Fantastic Voyage this year. So now I'll be there too with her in my tea party, and it's going to all be great. So, but what can we expect to see from you on the cruise, and what's next for 803 Fresh? And we didn't ask you, but can we do the Boots on the Ground line dance? Can we do it?
Of course, we
just
do it, man.
my little self or whatever.
What you going to expect from me?
Because he can't do it.
Future holds great music, man. We got great music that's coming, man. Definitely got a project that we're working on that's going to be coming. For the cruise, if you didn't come to have a good time, you're in the wrong place.
Oh.
I'm definitely coming to show up, show out. Hopefully they have them fans
Man,
and
I
they
know
boots on the ground.
Oh,
I'm
they
definitely
will.
going to have mine.
They gonna go crazy on that cruise.
When he was saying when them fans, I didn't know he was saying fans or something else, but yeah.
It's
fan. F-A-N.
Yeah.
F-A-N. Fan. Fan. F-A-N.
Oh, F-A-N.
Boy.
Oh man, 803 Fresh, man. You got everybody having fans on them at all times. I'm at a corporate event. This has nothing to do with music and anything, but your doggone song came on, and everybody pulled out fans.
Oh my God.
I was like, man, come on, man. That's when you know that you made it. So congratulations to all your success, big dog.
Thank you, bro. I
Hey,
appreciate it.
man, thank you for joining us today. Now, let everybody know how they can follow you.
What's going on, everybody? 803 Fresh the Kid live in the building, man. You can find me everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, your local bootleg, man, the flea market. You can find my music every single where, man. Y'all just keep on continuing to support, man. I appreciate everything, man, and it's a pleasure to be here, man. Thank you.
And thank you for clarifying, because Gary and some of his sorority brothers, they run up there every time and say, where them fans? They say, fan.
Yeah,
Miss
man.
Kevin and Miss Byron.
Yes, and all the girls was running. We was like, girl, hi.
Y'all just stay tuned, man. Southern Soul would definitely be a main genre.
All right, y'all. Hey, we love it. Do not miss 803 Fresh, man. Bring your fans to the Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage, along with Gary's Tea Party and performances by Neo, Mary, Tyrese, October London, and more. So book your cabin now at fv2025.com or call 214-495-1963. Y'all give it up for 803 Fresh. Rickey Smiley Morning Show is about that time. Gary had the tea and the other day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all, people are wondering, y'all, is it racist, sexist, or just blatantly, y'all, just mean, honey? Now, people talking about Shedeur Sanders, y'all, and Bronny James, y'all. Now, they're saying that they both are following in the footsteps of their famous fathers, but they're saying, honey, that where the similarities is for Shedeur and Bronny. Now, listen to this, Ricky. Now, they're saying, y'all, recently at least, Shedeur, he's 23 years old, y'all. He signed his rookie contract worth $4.6 million, y'all, over 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they said, but by contrast, Bronny is 20, and he was selected number 55, y'all, in the second round of the 2024 NBA draft by the Los Angeles Lakers, y'all. But they say Bronny signed, honey, $7.9 million contract over 4 years, y'all. Rock to you, the sports genius. What is that about? Why would Bronny's contract be much higher than Shedeur's? And Shedeur's daddy is Deion Sanders.
Well, Bronny is with the Lakers. Bigger market, a little bit more money. He's
Yeah, they make more than the football players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Basketball players, yeah.
Is it $7 million a year?
I guess so, honey.
The salary cap is different.
Yeah, but they said, but honey, according to sports analysts, they say Shedeur lost out on $45 million due to his arrogance.
Yeah, because if you were drafted in the first round, you're going to get more money than if you was a fifth rounder.
Really?
They don't care about none of that stuff. He's straight.
Who's straight?
People just take confidence for arrogance. When you confident in yourself and you hold your head high and walk with your chest out like you're supposed to, people that's jealous, they take that as arrogance. Mm-hmm. It's not arrogant. It's confident.
Right.
Yeah, but Ricky, the people, honey, who's doing this,
they want all football players to come in there like Morgan Freeman on Driving Miss Daisy.
Well,
head down.
They head down.
Well, I mean, you get all this kind of money.
2 cans, 10 canned goods to Monday? I'll bring them back to you, Miss Daisy.
They wouldn't want them if they didn't have the confidence.
Come on, man.
People get on my nerves. You can't do nothing.
It's like you, Gary. You got confidence when you delivering your gossip every morning, and you can care what anybody else say.
You don't care. Well, look at the outfit you had on last night.
Right.
You didn't care.
Oh,
You was confident. That ugly ass Amari outfit on, but you was confident. That's what we talking. We're not talking about the outfit. Talking about your confidence wearing the outfit.
Well, yeah, but I had.
I would have left it. I would have personally left it on the rack, but it's your confidence. What we talking about? That's what we talking about. Not about the outfit. The confidence that you had when you was wearing that ugly motherfucker.
And since we talking about that, so let's rewind and take. And what was that illusion you were giving last night? What was that look?
Okay, that was blue jean and the matching blue jean hat. Okay,
Was it Levi's or was it just some blue jean?
Well, no damn Levi's. It was Amiri.
Oh.
Okay.
Did that come from the clearance rack or did you get that from
I ain't get that from no damn kid. They just put those out. Don't play with me. My stylist had me together for my event.
Don't do Provi like that.
Don't do that.
Oh, really?
Don't do that. You the one with a Burberry Taco Bell manager shirt on this morning.
But that's all right, baby. I look good, honey. No, don't even go there. That's all right, honey. Jesus knows, honey. He knows when I put this on this morning, baby, honey, I was going to be
Now, why I got a taste for a chalupa?
Oh, y'all laughing?
No.
Yeah, don't laugh at that. That is not nice, Rick. That is very ugly.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my granddaddy would not have liked
He
that.
would have not liked that at all, honey. Talking about my look, honey. But anyway, that's great, though. But you know what, honey? I'm going to keep on moving, honey, and I'm going to hold my head up high.
There you go.
Confidence.
That's right. But I ain't confident, honey, with no $45 million. He should put his head down. I'm sorry, honey. He lost a lot.
Come on now.
Should do it. He lost a lot of money.
Nah.
He good.
He all right.
He going to get the money. He going to make it on the back end. First of all, the jersey's selling. Or
really?
whatever. And then when he get in there and get an opportunity to play, he going to show up and show out. They're going to have to pay him because he's good.
Really?
He can play.
He's got the #1 jersey sales for all rookies.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, sir.
But does he get any money from that?
Absolutely.
Oh, he does?
It's called royalty.
And he still got endorsements.
Oh, really?
He probably got, going in. He got all kind of commercials and
Okay,
stuff.
well, good. Well, let's keep him lifted up in prayer and everything.
And he made money when he was in Colorado.
Oh, he did?
Gary, go on, man.
Moving on, honey, my final story, y'all. It's being reported, y'all, that Denny may be facing up to 20 years of life, but that former bodyguard, Gene Deal, is subpoenaed to testify in an explosive federal case, honey. He's talking about, y'all. They're saying, y'all, that Denny may have had something to do with Kim Porter's death. Now, people have been whispering about that for a long time, y'all, honey, but, it's just a sad thing. They say Gene Deal's testimony could open the door, y'all, to even more serious charges. They say, and if you've ever heard Gene speak, they say, baby, he does not hold back, y'all. So we're going to follow that story and hopefully and prayerfully, y'all, that, this is not true because it's been a rumor, though, because they say all of a sudden she got pneumonia and died, allegedly. So let's just keep our parties lifted up in prayer and them cheering as well, y'all, and hopefully, y'all, that Gene stays alive.
Yeah.
You don't say nothing about that. That's why y'all all around here scared to talk about it, my Brat. But anyway, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is frappe. On the high end, you say frappe, and on the lunge, you say beautiful tan. That's your color for today, huh?
Ooh, she shot you a look.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Call, get him at 8669 Ricky. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together, woke you up this morning. Slide you in your house shoes. Wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning. This is Sadiqa. I was just calling to say, get up. Good morning. Get up, Diane. Get up, Yannick. I'm calling from L.A., Little Africa. My name is Sandra Cunningham. I want to say, wake up. Put your feet on the floor, because you don't want to miss that Rickey Smiley Show. Wake up.
I'm calling from Sunrise, Florida on my way home from work, and I love the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wake up.
I want to wake up Cleveland, Ohio. Wake up, Cleveland. Wake up. It's foggy out here.
Listening on your
Yes,
radio. The city tuned in, locked in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know.
Let them know then.
In Norfolk, wake up.
Let's go.
In Birmingham, wake up. Oklahoma, wake up. St. Louisville, wake up.
Let's go.
New Orleans, wake up. In Memphis, wake up.
Hey, real big big shout out to everybody listening to us in Tallahassee, Florida on 96.1 Jams. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley, the morning show. Hey, we all remember Los Angeles wildfire that happened earlier this year. They were the second most destructive wildfires in California history.
That's right. And in Altadena, thousands of homes, commercial buildings, and schools were destroyed, and many residents lost their lives.
And our Reach Media and Radio 1 are offering our support to the residents of Altadena. And here with us today, I want y'all to show some love. Our Senior VP of Program, he's also the host and producer of the Altadena After the Fire podcast. I want y'all to give a big round of applause and show your love for Colby in the building.
Woo! Colby! Good morning, good morning.
Hey, Colby.
Congratulations, Ricky, on the special, man. Can't wait to watch it.
Hey, man, thank you, Colby. I appreciate it, man. It's so good to see that y'all, trying to help people, a lot of people that have been displaced. Tell us about Altadena After the Fire podcast and why Reach Media decided to do this podcast.
Well, our founder, Kathy Hughes, immediately after the fire happened, she corralled some of the people within the company, and we just started thinking of some ideas of what could we do to help, what could we do to use our resources to build awareness. And I remember back in 2004 when Katrina happened, and, we all raised money, we sent money down there, but then it was all these things that happened after that like we found out later in later years. And so we decided to do a podcast to kind of tell the story of what is happening so we don't forget, because in every community in America, there's an Altadena. It is a historically black community. It was the only place where black people could buy houses. And a lot of those folks lost their wealth in that fire. And it's very expensive to live in Los Angeles, so your property is everything. And this podcast is really telling the story over the course of the rebuild, what's going on.
Man, I feel like you just answered my question, but it was what can people expect from this podcast, and why is it important for them to tune in?
Well, we're going to, Brat, it's a great question. We're going to tell all the stories because there's a lot of things that are happening in that community. And most importantly, we don't want to forget them. That's it. We got to remember what happened there. God forbid in any of our communities where we live, if we, like, for instance, right now in St. Louis, we can't forget our people in St. Louis, what they're going through with the tornado. Yes. Nobody's really talking about it, but a lot of our folks lost their houses. And for most people, your wealth, your money, what you have is tied into your property. And if you lose that, these folks come along and they'll give you 50 cents on the dollar and then try to buy a new house today, right? So this is what these folks are dealing with. So we can't forget them. And we're telling the story, and we're sharing all of the things that are happening. And don't forget that we want folks to donate as well to help families in need. And that is something we're partnering with the Brotherhood Crusade out in Los Angeles. And we're making donations to their organization because they're on the boots on the ground in that community helping those folks out.
That's fantastic, Colby. Now, what's something you've learned about Altadena after the fires that everybody should know that we're maybe not seeing on the news, or we didn't see on the news, we didn't hear on the radio, and what makes this podcast different?
Well, what I learned is, because the first episode, and all the episodes are basically evergreen so you can listen, but in the first episode, I interviewed a friend of mine, just somebody I've known in the business for years, and he grew up in Altadena, and he didn't lose his house, but he lost, basically, on his block, him and 4 of his neighbors are the only houses that survived, but their houses basically were baked. So, like, even though your house survived, it basically melted your house. So the smell, like the chemicals, like, it's uninhabitable. They can't live there anymore. And what he was telling me was, like, the insurance company is like, oh, we'll give you $1,000 to dry clean your clothes, and that was it because your house is still standing. And it's like, no, I can't live here anymore. So even if you survive the fire, you can't live in the house. They probably have to tear it down or strip it all down, which is hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's very expensive. I'll say this again. Los Angeles is one of the most expensive places to live in the world, right? So if you lose your house, even if you own your house, you still got to come up with $1 million to rebuild the house, and the insurance companies are not playing ball with these folks. In fact, many of them policies were canceled. And so this is a very terrible time for that community. And by the way, in the first interview, the guy was, his name is Tawala. He was saying they have lived there their whole entire lives and they never, ever worried about a fire. In fact, when it was happening, he was on the radio when it was happening. He was like, oh, that's not coming to my community. And it happened so quickly. So many of these people are in shock because they never saw this coming.
So we're talking to Colby Colb, the host of the Altadena After the Fire podcast. Hey, Colby, tell everybody, let them know how they can tune into the podcast and how they can help.
Yes, you can, first of all, to help, you can go to brotherhoodcrusade.org, and that organization, again, all money that they are raising are going directly into the community. And you can listen to the podcast wherever you get your podcast. It's available everywhere, and it's a part of the Urban One Podcast Network. And I just appreciate everybody listening. And if anybody is listening that has a story that they want to tell around Altadena that is affected by Altadena, by all means, reach out to me. I'll put you on the pod.
There it is. Hey, Colby, thank you so much, man. Thanks for joining us this morning, y'all. I appreciate you, man, and good luck to you. Anything we can do, let us know, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's about that time. Gary has the tea and the Kamu of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. Should I say the date?
Yeah, just
it's Friday. Okay. It's Friday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Everybody's still talking about the Punisher, and a lot of people say some of my friends said they wanted to meet the Punisher, y'all. But the Punisher is a guy that was a male escort, y'all. Honey, he testified, y'all, that he was one of Cassie Ventura's freak-off partners. Now, they're saying exotic dancer, the Punisher, y'all. His real name is Sheree Haynes, and he's no kin to me. Now, he testified during Colb's sex trafficking trial recently. Now, Hayes said, y'all, that Cassie enjoyed herself during their many freak-off encounters despite her testimony, y'all, that she was drugged, honey, and forced to participate. Now, Hayes told the jury, y'all, that he was booked by Cassie for the first time, y'all, back in 2012 to participate in freak-offs. Now, Mr. Hayes testified, y'all, that he was told to meet Cassie at Trump Tower, y'all, on Central Park West in New York City. He assumed, y'all, that he was being hired to perform for a group of women. But he said Cassie came, y'all, to the door wearing a bathrobe, honey, and a beautiful wig. He said, y'all, that she handed him $800 in cash upon arrival. Now, Cassie told him, y'all, that their sexy scene would involve two of them applying baby oil on each other's body. Now, Hayes also said that Cassie told him that her husband would be joining them, but only to observe their intimate activities. Now, Mr. Hayes claimed, y'all, that he didn't know who Cassie or Sean Combs were at the time. He said, I was specifically told not to acknowledge her husband, Mr. Hayes said. Now, Hayes testified that Combs was nude, y'all, when he entered the room wearing only a veil, y'all, over his face, honey. He said Combs, honey, decided to, touch all over himself in the corner. And Cassie and Combs, y'all, left the room, y'all, after about just 30 minutes. Now, Cassie did return, y'all, and asked Mr. Hayes, y'all, if he wanted to finish, but Hayes said no. He said, honey, that she paid him an additional $1,200 and he left the hotel. Hayes said Cassie booked him for later freak-off sessions, but he suffered, y'all, from ED, honey, which is sad, honey. When Combs was in the room, he said he just couldn't do nothing, honey. And Mr. Hayes also said he tried to take some ED drugs, some Cialis, some Viagra, and a corner store pill. He said, but nothing worked. Now, Hayes realized that he suffered from ED when Combs directed his freak-off sessions with Cassie. He said, quote, me personally, a sexual scenario with a woman's partner present, actively giving directions, was not the norm for me. So it created some discomfort and it could affect my performance. Isn't that touching, y'all? I mean, y'all coming out now, y'all men, y'all be honest. Could y'all not perform and act with a beautiful woman, especially like Cassie, just because her husband's sitting there and y'all got paid?
No.
Nope.
That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, nah.
Ain't gonna be able to do it.
Ain't gonna be able to do it. One word. Ain't gonna be able to do it.
Ain't gonna be able to do it.
Ain't gonna be able to do it.
Man, law violation with capital M-A-N.
Yeah. But that's crazy. Y'all, you just got paid. Did you hear how much that man got paid?
I don't care.
How much you paid him?
He paid her. They gave her $800. She gave him $800. Then they gave him another $1,200. Ricky, that was $2,000. Hell, man. That's a lot of money.
Just think about that with another dude standing there looking at you.
Yeah, that's some prostitution type
5
stuff.
feet away. No.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, to me, like if it would have been me, I would have taken something, to alter my mind. And then, honey, went on ahead and do the job. You
tried to take some enhancement pills, but those didn't even work.
Yeah. No, because mentally, man, it's too much to some dude standing 5 feet away from you, butt booty neck. No.
Well, that's not being much of a man. If y'all gonna be a man like you say you're a damn man,
Call
be a
me-
man.
well, call me not much of a man,
and
then.
all that other stuff. So I mean, where with the beating up at?
Call me not much of a
They
man.
they need some bed stalls like they had in the bathroom with the privacy
Lord.
walls.
Yeah, well, I think it's a sad thing, and I feel so bad for Cassie. I mean, because she done gave all this doggone money, honey, and then here you get here and you can't perform and stuff like that, honey. I wouldn't have gave him nothing. I would have got my money back. Because then to me, it look like that's somewhere you get your money back because you did not perform. So, but nevertheless, never just keep our parties lifted up in prayer, honey, and hopefully in prayer for y'all that, you know, everything gets better once this is all said.
Prayerfully.
That this is done, yeah. So,
Better
anyway,
go by that little gas station.
yeah. Don't y'all, what's a honey pack?
Yeah, boy, man, yeah, that honey, go get that honey pack, mix it up
It
with a
ain't gonna
Sprite or
override
something.
your mental distress, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
been killed somebody with that honey pack.
Well, congratulations.
All them OGs probably got them.
Yeah.
Got them in that center console in the car. Popping that honey pack.
Moving on, honey. My final story, y'all. Okay, Real Housewives of Atlanta saw Miss Kelly Farrell, baby. She says Portia's birthday post to Shamil was strategic, honey. Now, the Real House star, honey, you know, she recently shared a touching birthday post for her former bestie, Shamil Moore. But Miss Kelly Farrell thinks, honey, her motives behind the post were not as innocent as people may think. Now, Portia posted and she shared a slideshow, y'all, of pictures highlighting y'all their friendship over the years, honey, in the post. Now, Portia and Shamil, y'all have fallen out since filming for the show. Now, as Shamil revealed, y'all, that she was hurt, y'all, that Portia did not attend her wedding and that she did not, honey, want her on the show. And that's touching y'all. But according to Kelly, Shamil, Shamil said, honey, that, they were definitely good friends, honey, and things, may have gone awry and all of stuff like that. But Shamil had been trying, y'all, to reconnect with Portia, seemingly, y'all, to try and repair their friendship. She said, quote, I've seen Shamil reach out, honey, to her numerous times and try to support her, and it was never reciprocated, honey, Miss Farrell said, honey, adding that Portia was not willing to share the spotlight with Shamil once she was promoted to a full-time cast member. She said, quote, I think that the fans seeing, y'all, who she really is, she's not handling it too well or accepting it too well, honey. So that's a sad thing. But Kelly also said that she believes that their issues, honey, have been very little to do with the group. Oh, my God.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, this is stuff, I don't know. It's just really a lot, Ricky. And like you said, and it's kind of good that when you watch the show, you just pass through it and stuff because you don't let it get to you, though. But I internalize and stuff, and it makes me cry every Sunday when I watch the show because I really
cry. You cry.
Yeah, because it's really touching and stuff like that, and it touches your heart when you know people were once upon a time friends, and now they're no longer friends; they're foes, and it's just not a good look. But I know that God, honey, is going to definitely take care of all these women, honey, and He will provide. And He will make sure that they're friends, honey. So, and some people say you could be friends with a person for 30 years and not realize y'all really wasn't friends. So, I don't know how that goes. But anyway, we're going to keep our parties lifted up in prayer. And hopefully at the end of the season, they all get together. When they get ready for the reunion, they all talk about it and, go shopping.
Yeah. That cures everything for you.
Shopping cures everything. Yes, for me it does. So, honey, just put me in a good mall, honey, and you got me, honey. Like, it was a bumper. Ricky, it was a bumper sticker, honey. A T-shirt, at least that read, honey, instant slut, add alcohol. So just,
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. What's going on?
Put me in the mall. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Blue Fox. On the high end, you say Blue Fox, and on the low end, just say Beautiful Gray. That's your color for today.
That's beautiful, Chloe. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and today, and we have special guest. She's a political commentator, TV host, best-selling author, veteran journalist, and trailblazer. And I watched you every single night, even before you got the gig. Joy Reid, I had a pleasure meeting you backstage at standing next to you and Maxwell at Jazz in the Gardens. We absolutely love and miss you. Thank you for joining us today. Joy Reid, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, Ricky. How are you?
I'm doing good, Joy. I watched Special K. We would come in here and argue everyone. We watch you every night. We are some of your biggest fans.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you for having me on.
Yes, and so when folks hear the People's Power Tour, it sounds big and it sounds urgent. So what is it and what's the real mission behind it?
Well, you know what? It is about us. We found after that 2024 election and Kamala, not winning and all the horrors that have happened afterwards, including erasing our history, going after LaMonica McIvy, who is now being indicted by this so-called Justice Department for doing her job in Newark, New Jersey, attempting to inspect an ICE facility. We're seeing that we're being targeted, whether we want to sit on the wall and pretend this isn't our problem or not. It is. It is our problem. So what we decided in March, a bunch of us got together, and these are like, social media influencers, journalists, activists, people who've been in the activist space for years, civil rights leaders. We said we have to do something to make sure that our people do not feel disempowered. So we said, let's go on the road. Let's try to talk to folks, and let's try to find out what people need in their communities, and how we can get people to feel more empowered.
And that's what you've been doing, Joy. You're pulling up to these cities where people feel unheard. Now, what are you seeing and hearing on the ground that the cable news never catches?
Yeah, what we're catching is obviously a lot of economic pain and anxiety. These tariffs are killing folks. People cannot afford the basics, right? Everything's more expensive. And, since we're not going to Target, and then Walmart's things are high, there's a lot of pain and anxiety in the community of people who just don't have. And then I think the second piece is fear. People are just concerned, what is going to happen next? Like, what hell are they going to wake up to tomorrow morning? Every morning it's something crazier. And on some of these stops, we've done things like deliver food to seniors. There's been a land giveaway, 1 acre of land. There's something called the Land Boys, and they give away an acre of land, and they've done that in each city, and at least let people register. We paid utility bills. Like, there's places where people just needed their gas paid. And so we provided $250 of benefit, just a cash benefit to pay your light bill, So it's simple stuff like that.
So, Joy, we've seen a wave of attacks on DEI, African American studies, and Black history. What is the strategy for fighting back beyond just being outraged?
Right.
Yeah, it's scary because the federal government, I think people need to understand, the federal government does not really control what corporations do or don't do. If they, Donald Trump could write an executive order tomorrow saying that he's 130 pounds and handsome. It don't make him 130 pounds and handsome. He's still going to look like you look and be what he is. But the reality is those executive orders have frightened corporations. They've frightened, colleges and universities and institutions that are pulling back on hiring, on promoting, on anything to do, particularly with us, with Black folks. And so the effect is the same as if he had passed the law. So I think the strategy at this point, first of all, is to recognize that these are not laws, that these companies can say no.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm so excited that you are on the show this morning. And what should people do after hearing you on this tour? And what's the next move that you want them, to make? And where are you going to be next?
Well, I am, I'm right now Substack called Joy's House. It's joyandreid.com. If you go there, you can subscribe for free. I only charge folks that want to comment because I'm like, if you're going to troll me, you got to pay me to troll me. So I literally just put an anti-trolling device. It's, that's the only subscriber tier that's paid. But you can subscribe there. You can find out all my next moves. I'm going to be making an announcement there about my show that I'm going to be launching. It's called The Joy Reid Show. It's going to be launching in June. You can get all the details if you sign up at joyandreid.com. Or if you want to cheat, you can go on YouTube and just search The Joy Reid Show because the YouTube channel exists. We just haven't launched it officially yet. But that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be doing the show again because, folks need information, and I've got it. So I figure I might as well keep it going.
Hey, Joy, where's your next stop coming up?
The next stops will be in Jackson, Mississippi, Louisville, Kentucky, and Los Angeles, California is going to be the closer first week in June.
There it is, y'all. Come on the show anytime, Joy. We were just sitting up here coming up with a little segment. Oh, we can use Joy. Hey, Joy, I hope you're interested. We got a segment. We'll create a little space for you over here because we love your commentary. Please consider us coming on the show a lot more because we absolutely love your work. And thank you so much for joining us, y'all. Give it up for Joy and Reid. All right, y'all, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. More coming up next. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, we're kicking off Memorial Day weekend. And listen, Memorial Day is the unofficial start to the summer. That's right, y'all. Get your deodorant out. And according to AAA, more Americans than ever are going to be expected to hit the road.
Yeah, Ricky, this holiday weekend also marks the beginning of the summer travel season, with many people planning vacations and outdoor activities. Families will head to the parks for picnics and backyard barbecues, cookouts, and all that. And in many cities, the swimming pools will start opening up.
Yes, Brat, but before you rev up those grills and you kick up your feet, let's also try to remember the holiday's solemn purpose. Memorial Day, of course, is observed every year to mourn, to honor, and remember America's military men and women who lost their lives in service to our country. Do y'all have anybody in your families who, you want to honor?
All of my uncles, sir.
Yeah.
I come from a military family. Uncle Bruh. Shout out to Uncle Bruh. Shout out to Uncle Shug, my Uncle Blue, my Uncle Herbert, my dad. My dad and my Uncle Herbert were best friends, and they went to Vietnam War together.
Wow.
My Uncle Herbert introduced my dad to my mom, which was his younger sister, and they got married.
The rest is history.
The rest is history. My Uncle Jesse Reid was a big time, I don't know if he was a captain or a sergeant in the United States military. My Uncle Bro was in the Marine Garrison.
Yeah.
So that's where all my little discipline and structure come from. I come from a military family.
Okay, that makes
me
sense.
too. My brothers, Douglas, James, and Mitchell, they all went to the military. When it was my turn,
the Army?
They went to all of them. Douglas went to the Navy, Mitchell went to the Marines, and James went to the Army.
Mitchell went to the Marine?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's big when you're in the Marine. That's like they training is different.
Yeah.
Marines are different.
Yeah, but I always,
why you didn't go to the military?
I told my parents because they didn't have Don't Ask, Don't Tell at the time, so I wasn't going.
You could run real fast. You was the fastest out of
Fast
everybody.
and slow at the same time.
Yeah, but his ass can run. We
Hard.
raced one time. Y'all went up with the morning show then.
No.
Gary, Rock T, and I in Head Crack, we raced.
Yes, honey.
In the mall.
Okay, who won?
Rock T won. I came in and said, but that damn Gary is fast.
Really?
Yes, ma'am, honey. Don't worry about these little legs. They could run.
Oh, he can run.
Oh my God.
Oh, he can really run.
Right.
Yeah, you should have went to the military, at least the Salvation Army.
That's not the military.
He used to running for his life.
So what, Brat?
He used to running for his life. I'm running for my
He used to have to run home from school every day holding the books wrong.
Yes, baby. I had to hold my books in my chest. Honey,
You're not supposed to hold your books like that. That's why you got to ran home every day.
They didn't tell me.
Yeah, they didn't know. Yeah,
Well,
man.
y'all, since it's the official start to the summer, what's your favorite part of the summer?
Flowers and planting and just being able to be outside. In the wintertime, you're stuck in the house. Summertime, you feel like you're free, but some people can't stand the heat. I like the sun.
I love it. Bring it.
I like
wanna
the
be
sun. I want to be
degrees.
outside. You know what I'm saying? I know how to cool off, but I don't know how to warm up.
Yeah.
You understand? When I get
Right.
cold, my nose start running, but I can deal with some heat. I know how to go cool off. I
How do you cool off? 'Cause
sit in the
sometimes
deep freezer, take all the meat out, take all the meat out, and go sit your ass in that deep
What if
freezer.
you on the beach?
If you're on the beach or whatever, you go get in the water and swim.
Man, that sun still be baking you so hard you can't hardly breathe.
I'm ready to swim in the ocean. I'm ready to swim around some nurse sharks and some stingray. You know, I'm adventurous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your ass, you going to get in that when we go. I'm taking you to the ocean. We going on the ocean.
I tell you what, I ain't finna do too much.
No, we going to get it. We're going to get in that water.
Okay, you can get your ass
Hey,
burned
Brad,
by jellyfish.
And I have a bone to pick with you. I know the
always got a
summertime.
bone to pick with me. What now?
Why you want to release them pictures again? Are you
What
gonna release those
pictures?
pictures of her in this damn bathing suit?
That is not me.
Have y'all seen it?
Please,
Yeah.
is it, where is
Can
it?
you pull it up, Beyonce?
Show me
It's not me.
Yeah.
When I tell you, you a
I
lie.
promise.
You a lie.
You a lie. That is
You a
not
lie.
me. You should know
I
how I
don't care
look
what
by
you
now.
say.
You've been working with me for over 10 years. You should
Brett,
know how I
you know
look
that's
by now.
you.
That's
I wanna see
Special
these
K, me
pictures.
and Rock T, we
Yeah.
all have all confirmed.
Now, I do have a picture of a swimming suit on the cover of Smooth Magazine.
Oh,
Look
I'm
at-
about to
look
look.
out for you.
That
Oh,
one.
wait a minute.
But
Brad.
not that one.
Let's
Wait a
Y'all
minute.
know.
That's
Now,
you? Oh, that's her.
Brett, that
me.
is you.
Brett.
Now, that's
Let-
me.
That's
with
her,
the
the
big
other
braids
one.
With the
next to it.
Find the
hottie.
other one. Find the one
With
me
the
and
what?
Rock T them.
Let's go, Brad.
It's what popped up first.
Oh, baby, she was giving it.
Yeah.
That
but-
other one
giving.
is not me, Ricky. Stop playing.
The one with the afro puffs. Find the
Yeah.
one with the afro
Now,
puffs.
that really ain't me.
Brat in a little pink bikini. Let's go.
Like Deion Cole said, Brat thicker than cold peanut butter.
Child, Brat done had a baby. That is not the same woman that sits in front of you right now, okay?
I mean, our bodies do change.
Our bodies do change.
Yeah, that
No, they don't.
Baby.
My body ain't changed.
When you have kids, I was saying, when you have babies, your body changes.
We don't. I hate when Gary put on. He goes and put on a bikini.
A thong.
Yes,
a little thong out there looking like the WB frog. Aren't you?
Whatever.
All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning
He
Show.
sure that my panties on.
Lord, no. Help us all. Jesus.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time for Battle of the Sexes. We got Swanda from Longview, Texas, listening to us on 107.3 KISS. Swanda, what's up?
What's up, Ricky?
Hey, happy to have you this morning. And we got Jason from Eatonville, Florida, listening to us on Star 94.5. What up, Jason?
Let's get it.
Hey, man, happy to have you, man.
Yes, sir. Oldest Black Town.
Yes, sir. Y'all calling in for those great Dollar Tree prize pack. So let me tell y'all how the game goes. So listen, man, we're going to ask you a bunch of questions. If you don't know the answer, go ahead and say pass, because we have a lot of questions. We don't want you to waste all of your time and tick your seconds off the clock trying to figure out one question, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, my love. All right, Swanda, we're going to go first. You ready?
I'm ready.
Start the clock. What is the name of the character Denzel Washington won Best Actor Oscar for in the movie Training Day?
Pass.
Okay, that's Alonzo. The Washington Redskins team name was changed to the name they currently have. What is the new name of the? What is the new team name?
Commanders.
Yes. What is the biggest state in the United States?
Alaska.
Yes. What is the smallest state in the United States?
Rhode Island.
Yes. How many players are on the active roster on an NFL team?
20.
53. What is the maximum amount of games played in the NBA Final Series?
7.
Yes. All right, ma'am. What part of a car's engine allows the gears to change and move forward or backwards? Not you, sir. Ma'am?
The gear shift.
No, that's a stick shift. Transmission. How many she got?
She got 4.
Got 4. That's good. That's really good. All right, Jason, you and Brat, y'all
All
ready?
right, let's go. Yes, let's go. You ready?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, here we go. Raven-Symoné was the lead actress of which Disney show?
Pass.
That's So Raven. Which historically black sorority was founded second?
Pass.
Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Who was the first African American woman to go to space?
Pass.
Mae Jemison. In the card game Uno, you can put a draw 4 card on top of a draw 2 card. Yes or no?
Yes.
No. How many weeks is a full-term pregnancy?
90.
Damn. No, it's 40. How many cards are in a deck of cards, including the jokers?
54.
That's right. Paige Bilkers was just drafted to what WNBA team? Dallas Wings. One more. Bikini, hipster, and seamless are all types of what?
What? Say it again?
Bikini, hipster, and seamless are all types of what?
Panties?
Underwear. Give them that, y'all.
Yeah, that's all right. You got 2 and she got 4. Swanda, you are the winner. Special K, where did she win?
All right, Swanda. How are you doing today? Congratulations. You're a big winner. A winner today of the fabulous, highly coveted prize pack from America's store, the Dollar Tree. Lay it out for her. Now, Swanda, guess what you got? You got a family-sized can of Del Monte sliced potatoes. Yeah, good eating. Also, from Baby King, you got a 6 to 12-month bear-shaped teething ring. Hope you got a baby. You've also got charcoal nose cleansing strips. Removes blackheads, unclogs pores, works in under 10 minutes. Yeah. You've also got a 5-inch mini windshield squeegee with super absorbent foam padding. Hope you got a small car. Now you got extra care feminine cleansing cloths. Mandarin orange scented compared to summer's eve. Yeah. From First Line, sleek brand, you got the I Lay It Down blue satin do-rag. Yeah. You got a coloring book of farm animals, including a goat, a pig, and a sheep. Yeah. You finally got some men's brown over-the-calf diabetic compression socks. Oh, yeah. So if you know a man that needs brown socks and he's diabetic, there you go. And finally, because you won this very special game by such a large margin, we're going to give you a $30 gift card to Pretty Wings Lady Spa. Their ad says, come in for a V-steam and a body massage. Leave relaxed with a rejuvenated pickle garage. There you go.
We're going to throw in that little pack of baby socks.
And we're going to throw in a pack of baby socks with the frillies. Yeah, 3 pair. All right.
Congratulations, Swanda. Swanda.
Yes.
You want to give a shout out?
I want to give a shout out to my grandson.
Okay, you're going to share some of those prizes with your grandson?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to give him the baby socks.
Put the frillies on them. All right. He'll appreciate that.
Hey, I appreciate it, Jason. Appreciate it, Swanda. Y'all more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's Friday, May 23rd. Here's what's going on. Skipping that color refresh or braids this summer? You're not alone. A new report says rising costs, thanks in part to tariffs, are keeping folks out of the salon. Consumer data shows over 40% of regulars are hitting the brakes, turning to DIY, do-it-yourself treatments at home, and nearly 25% have stopped going altogether. Half of people surveyed said their pockets just aren't stretching like they used to. Check your freezer, y'all. Just in time for the holiday, Blue Bunny just pulled thousands of tubs of ice cream. Wells Enterprises is recalling over 18,000 3-gallon tubs of Blue Bunny, Halo Top, and Bomb Pop products due to possible plastic contamination.
What?
The FDA says 22 different frozen treats are affected. If you always thought it'd be cool to live like the other half off a beautiful, lush golf course, well, think again. A new study finds people living within a mile of a golf course have 126%, yes, 126% higher risk of developing Parkinson's disease compared to those farther away. Researchers think pesticides use on those greens could be to blame. For info on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
I don't know what you said about them Bomb Pops, but they
Bomb
can't.
Pops are my favorite. The red, white, and blue ones.
Come on, man. You can't be messing up the Bomb Pops.
Can't get them. Sorry.
Let's get it, man. Hey, congratulations to the NFL for finally standing strong on a potential rule change. The league just shot down a rule that would have changed the controversial quarterback sneak play, now known as the tush push. 22 teams voted to eliminate the tush push due to safety reasons. 10 teams voted to keep it. You must have 24 total votes for a rule to change in the NFL. So kudos to the NFL and all the coaches and teams that stood up and said, nah, man, it's the tush push. It's the quarterback sneak. Find a way to stop it.
So what, it means you just push him on the tush?
Yeah, you got people that get behind the quarterback and they push him to get the next yard, whatever. It's like, come on, man, if you want a defense, you just got to find a way to stop it. The same way they got creative enough to kind of, man, come on. So congratulations to the NFL for doing that. I'm glad they made that one happen. South Carolina women's basketball coach and sports legend Dawn Staley, she got a new book out, y'all. It's called Uncommon Favor. I'm definitely going to get my copy. She spoke about how growing up in the projects was actually a benefit for her.
Growing up in the projects, I would say was the best decision of my parents. life, right? Like because a lot of people that are looking outside in thinks it's the worst place because it's crime-ridden. I thought it was the best place because it prepare you for anything. Like nothing scares me. Like nothing scares me. So when there are problems that I face, I'm like, okay, well, how hard could it be?
Makes you tough.
Yeah, it does make you tough.
Come on with it, Dawn Staley, man. Got the new book. It's called Uncommon Favor. Go get your copy anywhere books are sold. That's my sports report. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. Brat got the hot spot.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot.
And that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the B.O.T.S.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. 106 in Park is back, y'all, with at least for one night. B.T. just announced that 106 in Park is celebrating its 25th anniversary with a host reunion and a night of special performances at the 2025 BET Awards. AJ Calloway, Free, Julissa, Keisha Shantae, Roxy Diaz, and Terrence J will be packing on the nostalgia with a reunion after raising a generation of millennial rap and R&B fans. Mr. 106 in Park himself, Bow Wow, will hit the stage with B2K, Maya, A. Marie, Jim Jones, T.I., Lil Wayne, Glorilla, and Thomas Ware. The 25th anniversary show will air live from the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles on Monday, June 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be a cool night to see all of that because we grew up on 106 in Park. So
absolutely.
To see all of them, to see how they look, how they doing, to see the performances, this is going to be great. I already know Bow Wow been on tour. B2K going to be back together. That's going to be great to see that. T.I. and Lil Wayne, Glorilla, they all going to kill this. I can't wait to see that at the BET Awards. Something super duper special. All right, y'all, moving on. Usher has been honored with diamond plaques from the RIAA during his decorated career, and now he'll be celebrated on the baseball diamond. The Atlanta Braves announced that the first 15,000 fans in attendance of June 18th's game against the New York Mets at Truist Park will receive a limited edition collectible Usher bobblehead.
Wow.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Usher's Peace Up, 8-Time Down opening lyrics to Yeah are brought to life as the bobblehead flashes the peace sign, and he is rocking the upside down Atlanta Braves A logo on his navy hat and jacket. And of course, the bobblehead has Usher laced up in a pair of roller skates. Oh, I gotta get me one of them.
Right.
That, yeah,
Give me one, man. 10 and a half, bro.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, they come in whole size.
That is going to be crazy. Right. You need a limb?
Need a limb.
Need a limb. I got you. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But for more information on these stories and more, you can go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on all my social media at So Brat. Coming up next, we got the Praise Mixdown with Dwight Stone. We got more coming up on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.